Hello, welcome back to the Movie Explained. And finally, our Friday the 13th Part 2 video crossed 100 likes. Okay, I'll admit, 5 of those were from me. But still, thanks to you, today we're diving into Friday the 13th Part 3. Released in 1982, this third entry carries a 5.8 rating on IMDb. If you haven't checked out my breakdowns for Parts 1 and 2 yet, I strongly recommend watching those first. Otherwise, some of this won't make sense. Links are waiting for you down in the description. Alright, let's jump straight into the chaos. This movie picks up exactly where Part 2 ended. We see Jason badly injured after his fight with Ginny. He limps into a nearby store to change his clothes, but instead murders the store owner and his wife. After that, he hides out in a nearby farmhouse. The next day, we meet Chris, returning to her family's old house for the weekend with friends. The cabin's near the infamous Crystal Lake. With her are a normal couple, a couple on pot, Shuna, and the prankster Shelly. Shelly's constant jokes and pranks will actually play a key role soon, because he's the reason Jason gets his iconic hockey mask. Shelly also has a crush on Vera. Chris meets up with her boyfriend Rick while Shelly and Vera take a trip to the store. But there, they run into trouble with a biker gang. To impress Vera, Shelly knocks over their bikes and flees, which only leads the gang back to the farmhouse. They retaliate by draining all the gas from Chris's van. But when they head into the nearby barn, they accidentally stumble onto Jason's hiding place. And one by one, Jason kills them off. Their leader, Allie, tries to fight back, but Jason overpowers him and leaves him for dead. That evening, Chris and Rick take a walk in the woods. Meanwhile, Shelly pulls one of his usual pranks on Vera at the lake. This time he's wearing a hockey mask. But Vera's fed up and storms off. Shelly sulks and heads to the barn, where Jason slits his throat and steals the hockey mask. Jason now emerges wearing the mask for the very first time. Vera mistakes him for Shelly, but Jason shoots her in the eye with an arrow. Back at the farmhouse, Jason continues his rampage, killing Andy and his girlfriend. Shelly, barely alive, stumbles back with a ring, but when Chili sees him, she assumes it's just another one of his jokes. She leaves him there, and Shelly dies. Jason soon stabs Chili too. When Chris and Rick return, the house seems empty. Rick goes outside only to have his head crushed by Jason. Now Jason goes after Chris. But as the final girl, Chris isn't going down that easy. She tries escaping with the van, but it stalls because the gas was drained earlier. A brutal fight follows. At one point, Chris even manages to hang Jason. But he won't stay dead. When he unmasks himself, Chris is horrified. Suddenly, Ali, the biker leader, reappears. He's still alive. But Jason quickly chops off his hand and stabs him repeatedly until Ali is truly gone. During the chaos, Chris buries an axe in Jason's head. He finally collapses. Traumatized, Chris escapes in a boat across the lake. The next morning, she hallucinates Jason's mask off, coming toward her. But it's only a vision. Then, in another nightmare sequence, Pamela Voorhees' corpse leaps from the water and drags her down. A callback to Part 1's famous ending. Of course, it's just another illusion. Police finally arrive and take Chris away. We see Jason's body seemingly dead, but of course he's not. The film ends with Jason's fate uncertain. So, is Jason still alive? Absolutely, he'll be back in the next movie. And yes, maybe he'll finally be killed. Part 3 was a box office hit, and because Hollywood loves money, the next installment came just a year later. Critics weren't too kind to this one, though. Honestly, I wasn't either. Aside from Jason finally getting his mask, there wasn't much new or interesting here. The other characters felt flat. Personally, I wouldn't recommend this entry. But Part 4? That's where things pick up again. So let's aim for 100 likes on this video too. Once we hit that, I'll drop the Part 4 recap. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you soon with another breakdown.